What was expected to take 2 weeks is finally wrapping up, 4 months and over $1 million later. Mass West repairs have been suspended off and on since late April, a month after the collapse. And June's heavy rainfall made the material impossible to work with.
The work resumed in late May, and then was called off again. Then resumed again in June, called off again, and then just started back up this week in July. And the reason for demobilization of the work site was continued wet conditions, which made compaction of the fill impossible to get to the standard that we needed.
Actually, we haven't been here for a while. We came back a day or two last week, and again, because of the weather, the material wasn't being able to put down. So we waited a while for the material to dry, and we came back a little bit yesterday, and we're back again today to start.
The contractor, under good conditions, can lay down 18 inches per day. So we're looking at if we can keep the site dry so long as the compaction meets the requirements and we have the proper type of fill there, we should see the project done in a couple of days.
With the run of nice weather the past week, the contractors also agree that work is just about wrapped up.
All depending on the weather, the rain, and the materials. Basically, when I can tell you whether or not we will finish it. The materials we use today so far has been passing, but if we don't get any rain, then we should be out of here, I would say, within the next few days.
Cracks were detected in the dike a year ago in June, and when the contractor was almost done with the repairs, the dike collapsed on March 6th. Before the collapse, the costs were estimated to be less than $300,000.
So first and foremost, fix the problem, finish the project. Second of all, at a minimum, we have to be concerned about what happened, why, who can be held responsible, what does responsibility mean, if there's any redress to the Hadley taxpayers, what does that look like, and how can that be accomplished?
New regulation designs by the Army Corps of Engineers require that dikes have no vegetation and are treated with herbicide. However, these standards are causing concerns about funding and the impact on the environment.
But there's 2.5 miles of dike that needs to be looked at. There are new standards that are coming out by the Army Corps of Engineers for dikes nationwide. So I think that we need to look at the entire dike and determine the condition that the dike is in. Make sure that it is doing this job of keeping the center of town and the historic center of town safe, and put together a long-range plan to provide for the proper maintenance of the dike.
For GazetteNet, I'm Kylie Jelly.